Hi, I'm Bryan Elliott. Welcome to another edition of Behind the Brand. Today I'm here with Kenny and Travis, co-founders of Kajabi, an awesome online learning platform. Guys, welcome to the show. You know, people who watch this show, they're entrepreneurs. They have their own business, they have great ideas. They want to know what missteps you've taken in order to get it right. Talk to us about what went wrong in order to get it right.
Well, I think Kajabi Next will be our third piece of software we built. The first was the original Kajabi. And I think one of the biggest mistakes we did is we added too many features. We got caught up into, it should do this, and it should do this, and it should do this. And now, 4 years later, thousands of customers, we know it's more important for us to curate that and really determine, is this feature necessary? Will this make the customer happier? Will it make them more successful? And we did that with Megaphone, which is another piece of software we built, and with Kajabi Next. I think we're really dialed into simple and things that are a necessity, and they do exactly what you expect them to do.
And features that the majority of user base would want. You know, the team has spent months on certain features in some of our previous software that we find out only a couple people use, and it's like, really, it complexifies it for everybody else, and they don't even want that feature.
So did you ever have any customer service problems? Anything that went wrong in the beginning, trying to manage listening to people and dealing with questions and all of that?
I think our biggest problem at the beginning was just naivety. We didn't know how many people were going to just gravitate towards Kajabi in such a short amount of time. And literally, we hired a couple people in the Philippines to help us answer, support tickets or questions that came in. And first of all, it's kind of funny. We launched on a Thursday here, and so they're a day ahead of us. And so we didn't really realize when the questions started pouring in, it was Saturday morning in the Philippines, and they weren't working, or it was the weekend in the Philippines, whatever the time zone was. And we were in a bind. We woke up, literally, we were both at our kids' soccer games, and we called each other and said, wait, there's 1,000 open questions, and it's not necessarily everybody having a problem, but everybody that we want to provide good support, we wanted to answer every single person. And so we started drumming up help from people that had no idea what we were doing, neighbors and friends and my father-in-law and people like that. They all came to my house, sat around the dining room table, and just started answering questions. Yeah.
And to this day, his father-in-law still works for us. But we were so naive. We knew we wanted to build this software. We had established all the connections. We had done all the marketing. But then at that point, I remember thinking, what the heck have we done? Yeah. Now all these people depend on us, and we have to follow through. And there's this huge stress. Like, I went through crazy, stressful times where at one point I thought I was having a heart attack. I was so stressed. And we grew up really fast.
Yeah, we wanted to provide this customer service, and the questions didn't stop, any time of day or night. And so we felt that all the time we had to be there. We had to make sure everybody knew how to answer it properly, or we were answering it, and it was stressful.
That was our moment. We knew this was what we worked for, so we just stood back to back and said, we're going to get through this. And we fought, and we got customer service dialed in. We got the app working exactly how it was.
So how did you do that? Did you staff up? Did you bring it back locally, or?
One of the things is we looked for commonalities in the questions, right? So there were some areas, we were kind of perfectionists at the beginning, but we weren't. We launched, and there were still some dark areas of the app that maybe hadn't been tested thoroughly as an end user would use it, and so we found some commonalities. Okay, a lot of people are asking about this. Let's address that, in the software. Let's try to fix it. Let's add a help article for that. And we started tackling the big areas.
We also dialed into analytics, where we would survey every single customer that left and figured out why. And that was how we started getting those common things. Okay, we've got to fix this, or we're going to lose more. And at first, those meetings were depressing because the numbers were just dropping, because we had this huge launch with all these trial customers, and then it kind of just went. And so we tried to listen the best we could to why they were leaving and what could we do. And we just took customer service very seriously. We did start hiring locally and got some of the really top-notch guys here we could get. Yeah. And by Christmas, after 4 months, we started seeing like good results. We ran a survey of all of our customers in the database to see how they were doing. And we could see, oh my gosh, this guy has a course about cigars, and he's got this many customers. This lady has a cake decorating site, and she has this many customers. And it's like all of a sudden it paid off, and it was real. It wasn't just some crazy idea we had and the software was having trouble with customers. It was like, this is something people love, and it's changing their life.
Yeah, it's providing value to them immediately. So we kind of saw past the problems, and we didn't staff up entirely, or what. It was kind of like a season, and then it kind of evened out, and the software evened out.
To call that time period, it was our beachhead. We had this idea, and we wanted to get to Normandy, which was establishing a business, and a lot of things died during that time, but we survived somehow, and we just kept fighting and fighting until we got that team established. See, at that point, there was only 3 of us. It was Kenny, myself, and Brendan, our first hire. So 3 of us built the software, and that's all we had on the team.
Yeah.
And then we slowly built the team now, and we have 12 guys, awesome team. This is part of the vision. Like, we used to have this vision of, we wanted to have a company together. We wanted to be in a space like this, and we wanted to work with really smart, cool people that we like to hang out with. And after 4 years, a lot of that's come to life.